I forgot to flip the camera on my video, so I thought I could find it, turn it around so you get what you got. It's probably catching me a little bit. So I thought I'd fire up a tune. Today's, let's see, September the 4th. Now it might be the 5th. Thursday, yeah. Bright and early in the morning, I get up before a lot of people. Well, actually, I stay up late. So I don't really count like that, but the way I count it works enough for me. So it's late Wednesday night, but actually early morning Thursday. Rise and shine. Time for a joke. Well, it's not really that funny, but it's kind of. See, I usually don't like to be too early. I'm usually late, so I'll sleep in. Don't worry about that. Let's see. The early worm gets caught by the bird. So I'll sleep in and I won't show up too early to work because the early worm gets caught by the bird. Anyway. What we got here? Well, we thought we tried this other fiddle up for a while. See what we got. So what was I thinking about today? Today's news, blues, and reviews. I was thinking a little bit about the word of the Lord and the Balanced Budget. The Balanced Budget Act of 1996-7. The Congress was took over for the first time in 30 years by the Republicans. But they pushed the contract with America. And up towards the top was a balanced budget. Pushed by a Republican Congress. First time in 30 years they took the Congress. 1996. And so they passed the balanced budget. Not just a balanced budget, but the balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. The unamendable amendment. So the Democrat president signed it into law. Kind of makes you wonder, because they sure don't want no balanced budget. Obviously, 20 years later, they ain't had nothing to do with it. Anyway, the stock market shot up to 15.5. You know, all-time high at the time. Well, this will be a short video tonight. Well, the thing is if you've been paying attention, you got the globalist struggle with America and the white hats, they call them. You know, the nationalists against the globalists. Some people go Democrat, Republican. How ridiculous. There's good and bad on all sides, so don't get caught up in the hype. In the economy, yada, yada, yada. So the globalists really have a stranglehold on the planet, and on America especially. And I believe if the president and Congress push for the balanced budget, what would happen is the market would correct. And the market's poised for correction anyway, if you ain't paying attention. It is the most overvalued market in history. It was a big ugly bubble before the election was over. And the stats are just smelling it bad. money velocity is historically anemic. In other words, money is not traveling from hand to hand, and job participation rate is like terribly low back to 2008, or even back to 73 when they went off the gold standard, which was another dip, or real close to 1930 breakdown, 1929. So the idea of economy is great. It's stagnant and it's basically freezing up. This is already told the date, September 5th, 2018. So the point is you got this globalist bank trying to set up the dark state and the globalist bank trying to set up the Mediterranean government. I call it, to be applied, the globalist government over there in the Mediterranean. You know where. With the silver-tongued devil and the fake Christ, or the fake Antichrist, and the golden statue, whatever they got, the fake prophet and all that, and the funny money, and nobody would take it unless they could. Let's see, I'm saying it, I'm wrong. No, if it were possible, nobody would be able to buy or sell unless they took their mark of the beast on their forehead or in their wrist. So these globalists really got America under a bad way. And to me, the reason why I bring up the balanced budget is, if you really wanted to start swinging on the balanced budget, like big time, take off the gloves, no more this candy ass, waltzing your Matilda to the globalists. They push for a balanced budget. It's the central bank's worst nightmare. Their system is a Ponzi scheme. It is, how do you say that? Their system is insolvent. A paper currency will originally turn to its original value, to zero. Their system is designed to crash, and then they collect big time off it and start a war. So they make money on the way up, they make money on the way down, then they start a war to cover it up and restart the whole debt spiral over again. It's totally illegal. You should have constitutional currency, which is coined out of silver and gold by Congress, and that would be the Treasury Department. And you wouldn't have to loan your own. You wouldn't have to, from an outside foreign bank, borrow money at debt. They could print their own money. Our government can print their own money. It's all ludicrous. The point I was trying to get to, cut to the quick, is if they push for a balanced budget, the market would correct immediately, because they wouldn't be able to write bad checks and hold up the bond market, which hold up the stock market. They're pumping it full of cash to keep their fake market going for the longest time, at least back to 2008. Way before that, they're doing all kinds of funny BS. So the point is the worst thing you could tell the central banker is, you want a gold currency, silver, currency, or a balanced budget. Any one of them is like pounding a stake through their heart. Done. Push for a balanced budget. Demand it, that they don't enslave your kids with illegal, odious debt. That means illegal debt. Demand a balanced budget. Push for a balanced budget. Push for fiscal responsibility. Push for we shouldn't pay this odious debt back on undeclared wars and treasonous deficit spending. Push for a balanced budget. Be like taking the gloves off to the globalist. Push for a balanced budget. So that's about all I got for you. Maybe I'll flip a song, fire up a song here. What do we got? How about a religious one, since I feel in the mode? Oh, how about this one? This is beautiful, baby. Josh, fought the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. So that's all I got for tonight. That's been my story, no nursery rhyme tonight. I should get up a nursery rhyme book. I got a few more. That's it. It's over.